DMS radio show. We back. Hey man, Montreal, wake up. We got my man Shobiz in the building. You know what I mean? Exclusive interview. By the way, Shobiz, man, for those who don't know, man, this is the type of artist that, you know what I mean, a lot of people are sleeping on. And as soon as the shit is popping, they're gonna be like, yo, man, I remember this guy, man. I remember, man, that's my man. I remember, man. I'm like, bro, wake the fuck up now when it's actually popping. Like, for real. My man been working, pushing, doing his thing. You know, Montreal, that's what you gotta do, man. You gotta open your eyes and realize there's a lot of talent out here, for real, man. And of course, man, you gotta push and support those that you know. Because, you know, a lot of y'all are always focused on your friends and shit like that. All the people like to focus on their little circle of friends. But every time you listen to a DMS radio show interview, a lot of times there's some artists that you guys don't know about. You know what I mean? But do your Googles, man. Right now, you're just at the crib listening to Feezy talking. Grab your phone. YouTube. Shobiz. Shobiz, my man. Trust me. That's what I'm talking about. Shobiz 514 in the goddamn building, man. Montreal, wake up, man. How you doing, my brother? Talk to me.
Yo, let's get it. We in the building. Good evening, Montreal. I go by Shobiz 514. I represent Below the Track, Southside DG, Montreal. And I'm out here putting on for the people. Let's get it. Feezy, respect for having me.
You already know, man. It's only right. You feel me? We already spoke the first time you pulled up with
Holden, Rust.
With Holden and Russ. Shout out to my man Holden. Shout out to Russ. But now it's that time, you know what I mean? We got to talk right now, man. You feel me?
Definitely.
You got a brand new track, brand new banger. I mean, who you beefing with, man? Why you going to war, man? Like, what's up?
Nah.
Man?
You see, it sounds like it on the front that it might be one of those types of tracks, but it's not.
Okay.
Right? It's a banger. It's putting on for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say they don't want to play with us, but by us I mean more than just me, more than just King K on the track. Almost like Montreal, the music scene as a whole. Mm-hmm. They don't want to mess with us. They know what we got.
Who they?
You know who they are. Right? They're not giving us the credit that we deserve. So we're here now. Montreal is getting ready for a breakthrough, or at least that's how it feels. There's a ton of talented artists in the city, and I just wanted to be able to collaborate with who I think is one of the dopest artists out of the city, King K, and provide a banger for the people, something that's an anthem that we can stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I delivered. Beat goes crazy. Video is dope. Shout out my dude 448 Films on the video. He was really able to bring that to life. But yo, it's a dope track. Go check it out. All platforms. It's track number 2, side B off the Sparks tape that I just dropped December 1st. Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready to go through a bunch of videos and roll them out. The first one I did was last summer, My Dude.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped that way before I even dropped the project, just to give people a taste of what was to come.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped a visual for a song called Ruben Carter at the very beginning of the year, January 1st.
Okay,
and
so you start the year.
February 1st, we got another banger coming. Videos aren't going to stop. The music's not going to stop. I'm putting that work in. I started later than a lot of other artists, but I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere. Get used to me.
Fuck that. No, you see, you said you started later than a lot of artists. What do you mean by that?
I got in the booth late, 27, 28. Shout out my dude Shvelly, aka Shfilm. He's out here doing his video thing too. He got wind that I could rap, but I wasn't making music. So he brought me to the booth. After months of trying to get my attention, recorded a song for me that I was just sitting on. I wrote it. It was a remix to Young Jeezy's Link Up. It's a song that not everybody knows. It was kind of slept on. But I did a remix.
How was
to
it
that.
like if you listen to it now, would you say it's fire? Or it's
I'm about to bring that back so everybody can hear it. Like,
that's it.
Shvelly did his thing on the mix. He was the first sound engineer I ever really worked with. I work with a couple of different ones now. That's what happens, you know. You put in that work, you got to work with different people and experience the different sounds and the different work ethics of other people as well. But he got me in the booth, put that track together for me. I listened to it back and I was like, yo, I got to do this.
And that was in which year?
That was like 2017, 2018.
Okay, so you started really officially, like you would say, around that period.
Yeah. Okay. And then I started to make music, but I worked a lot, so it was hard for me to get into the studio and actually put a focus on it. And then I got a show at the beginning of 2020. I remember the date, January 11th, because everything shut down right after that. I got on stage with what I had done up to then, got off stage, thought I did good, but then I stuck around and watched the other artists in the city. And I learned very, very quickly that I was just rapping. I wasn't an artist. I wasn't making music.
Okay.
So the first thing I did that same night, as I'm going back home with my dude, I was like, yo, I got to get back in the booth and I got to work and I got to take this shit seriously if I want to be able to actually say I make music, I'm an artist. And then everything shut down. And I was working. Me and Shvelly ended up putting a makeshift studio together in my crib. Just started recording, just started working on different things, different sounds, experimenting as an artist, really building a foundation so that when the time came to step back outside, if I got an opportunity to showcase what I had been working on, I would be able to show people, yo, I'm an artist to be reckoned with.
Now you see it. There's something that you mentioned that just stuck to me is the fact that it's when you went out there and you performed and you saw other artists perform too that you were like, damn, quote unquote, I'm not an artist, like you said. But I mean, it's funny because nowadays I feel like artists don't even focus on their performances like that. You know what I mean? Meaning, like, it's not like it's a crazy performance when they're doing their thing, but you went out there and to you it's like seeing an artist perform is what made you feel like you're not an artist. It's not like you heard a song or you heard whatever. No, it's seeing an artist perform. Yeah. So I feel like performing is something important for you. As an artist in your craft, which is something that a lot of y'all are sleeping on. Y'all better wake up and step y'all performances, man, because y'all shit is weak. For real.
That's what the people pay for, though.
That's what I'm saying. Show business. Give us the show and the business. Showbiz. Talk that. That's what I'm talking about.
You get out there, you gotta put that work in. That's what the people are paying for. You want to sell tickets? When they come out and spend that hard-earned money to come see you, you better deliver. So I don't care what kind of music you do. I don't care what kind of artist you are. You got to get up there and you got to perform.
So is there any like specific artists that really inspire you in terms of like their performance? Like you like, damn, okay, being able to perform in front of a crowd is really mandatory for a hip-hop artist. Like, who really influenced you to think like that or have that mentality? You know what I mean?
Well, I am an artist, but I also dabble in promotion and trying to put on shows too. So I've seen a lot of artists throughout the city do their thing. And it's not any one in particular, but when you go to these shows and you see somebody that you know is dedicated to their craft, they've been sitting at home putting in that work. They haven't been going out, spending that time late nights in the club, and they've just been working on their craft, and they go up there and they give it everything they've got. You can feel it. And that's what inspired me to get out there and actually put that work in the right way. I have footage of my very, very first performance. I'm stiff. I don't really know what I'm doing. I have no stage presence. The fact that people actually stayed around to watch me, I'm very, very thankful. But
they were waiting for the next guy. That's I'm playing.
Well, yo. Honestly though, when it comes back to that first show, I gotta shout out my dude Deja Fresh. He was the first person that I encountered that particular night when I showed up to the venue, and he had never heard my shit before, but he was like, yo, you got this. You're about to go up there and kill it. Now you come to one of my shows, I deliver. I put on a show. I get busy with it. Backtrack, no backtrack. It doesn't matter what it is. Good sound, bad sound, good mic, bad mic. I'm going to put on a show. You're going to hear every single word that I rapped when I was in the studio by myself when I was at home. You're going to hear it. And I make sure you do. I came out. I was very lucky to be surrounded by a lot of good artists. Like, shout out Widget, giving me tips before the first show, let me know exactly how to get through the set. Even if I messed up, he gave me a lot of pointers on that. I take all the advice I can get. I take all the tips that I can get, and I apply it to every show.
So you see, think about your journey now. Like you said, 2017. Let's think 2017 to now. That's a good, good. You almost said 10 years and you almost an OG. That's like 6-7 years right there. You know what I mean? It's almost like OG status. Because I feel like 10 years is like when you consider like you're an OG of this shit when you do something for 10 years. So you've been there for 2017, when 2024 now. That's 7 years right there. I look at it a little
differently. I look at it like I really got into the booth halfway through 2018.
You trying to change the date right now on me, man?
No. I started linking up with Shvelly 2017, and he was hitting me up, come to the studio, you got to get in here. 2018 was when I really started to focus on it and start to actually record multiple songs. So I like to say I'm going into year 6 for real. Year 6.
So how would you describe your journey in 3 words? Give me 3 words to describe your journey.
Honestly, amazing.
3 words. That's amazing is 1. Give me 2 more.
Incredible. I know it sounds a bit the same. And exhausting.
So what's that thing, that day, that moment you're like, God damn, I didn't know it was that hard to be a rapper, man? Is there a specific moment that made you feel like that?
Well, in my first year, so I'll say the summer of 2021, like of actually performing, I did 5 shows. No, it was 5 shows in 5 days in 4 different venues while working a full-time job. So if you want to do this and you come from like a background like me where you're constantly working in order to make ends meet or provide for yourself, you got to be able to put that sacrifice in and be tired, be up when nobody else is, because you got responsibilities to take care of, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you want to be an artist, you got to work just as hard as the artist that doesn't have a job and can do this full time. The artist that's funded, the artist that's signed, it doesn't matter. If you really want to do this, you got to put that work in however you can.
That's a fact. That's a fact, because a lot of y'all are just waiting for that grant money, or y'all just waiting for someone to just feed you or put some food on your plate, and y'all ain't really about that life like that. You know what I mean? So what he's saying is true. If you want it, you got to go get it and show and prove, man. This is what life is about, like real shit. One thing that I want to ask you is, if you think about the game now, just think about who's really at the top in terms of the sales and all that, hip hop in general, you know?
Yeah.
And you think about your style of hip hop. Is there like a side of you that's like, hey man, I'm gonna start maybe making those 1, 2, 3 songs that they like to hear, just to make sure I fit in that little group, just in case I get a little hit? How you feel about that?
I make all kinds of music. I use different types of beats. I've used drill beats, I've used classic hip-hop beats, I've used more up-tempo beats. If you listen to some of my music, like the song Too Fast, that song is not as barry as some of my other tracks, but it still delivers. And honestly, I'm not worried about it as much. I don't care if I get put into a category or not. I'm Shobiz. I'm gonna do my thing. Some people are gonna listen, some people aren't. Some people are gonna like this song or that song. All I can do is me, essentially, and just keep doing that, and whatever happens with it, happens with it. I can't get caught up on what's trendy now, what's not. But mind you, if I like a beat, I'ma fuck with it. I got a Jersey drill track coming out sometime this year, and that's just because I was fucking around one day, came across the beat, and I was like, ooh, I could actually do something different on this, so I did it.
That's it.
I'm an artist. I like to get creative sometimes and have fun. So if you're not having fun at the same time as handling your business and putting in the work, hey, I don't know if this is for you.
Is there a special song, like maybe a song like that holds a special place in your heart? You know what I mean? You're like, yo, this song though, like, you don't understand. When I wrote that song, like, you know, the realest shit I ever wrote type of song. Is there a song like that? And if so, can you tell me like the story behind it?
Well, it's gonna sound really weird for a lot of people that have seen me perform or have heard a lot of my music, but my favorite song, and it's the go-to song that I show everybody if they haven't heard me before, is a song called Letter to Myself. It could be categorized as a very painful song. I was challenged by my girl to write something that actually meant a lot to me and expressed a little bit of what I was going through as I was coming up as a young kid and a teenager. So that song to me stands out because I was really able to get into depth with that, and while writing it, it opened up a lot of things that I haven't really put too much thought into over the years, and it really got me to tap into an emotional level that when you hear that song, you can feel it. So that's one of my favorite songs, Letter to Myself. It's also out on all platforms as well, so go check it out if you haven't, and if you have, you understand what I'm talking about. And another song that I really like is a song that I have called Money in the Way.
Money in the Way.
That's just a song about my experiences being around different types of people and seeing what can happen when people let money get in the way of everything else. If you've experienced some shit like that, you'll definitely be able to relate to that song. So
you're a money is the root of all evil type of guy?
No, money just makes people more of what they already are. And if you're a fucked up person and you get money, you're gonna be even more fucked up.
Emphasizes on your character type of thing.
Yeah, so hey, money's one of those things that if you have it, that's good. If you don't, there are other ways to find happiness. And I know that sounds so cliche, but I haven't always had money in my life, and I've been able to do all right up to this point. I'm not gonna say I live like a lavish lifestyle, but
hey man, you don't need.
I do okay.
See it this way, bro. At the end of the day, happiness is subjective. You feel me? Some people can think like you need billions and billions to be happy.
Yeah.
Some people just need the regular peace. Some people just need love and positive energy around them. There's different ways to see happiness. So to me, I don't necessarily think having money is really the thing that will make you happy like that. Yeah, of course it makes you happy. Like, you know what I mean? By the way, if you want to send me some shit, make sure EMT info at the main source. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But I like coming up as an artist, like dealing with money, because there's so much money you have to put up, like investments in terms of making, like, you know, recording, studio, the promotion, the videos and all that. Like, the industry changed a lot, like back in the day, like even in 2017 when you started and versus now, like there wasn't no TikTok that was booming like that in 2017. If I'm
social media was a little bit different back then.
Yeah, it wasn't that
to be
crazy,
honest, when I first
mean?
started making this music, I wasn't even on social media like that. I had a Facebook. I started my Instagram in 2018, and my TikTok, I think that came in like 2020. Like, I'm late to social media in that aspect of it.
So if you think about that 2017 era, and now we're in 2024, if you could change one thing about the music industry that you think would help you more, if you could change that thing, what would it be?
Honestly, nothing. I used to think that there was an easy way to go about things until I actually started doing it. If you're not ready for the long road, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have those days where you're like, yo, why am I putting in all this work and I'm getting no results? It does not come overnight. It does not come in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. It takes that time. Even right now, if we look at some of the dopest artists out of this city, yeah, you got a couple of young kids that are doing their thing, but the ones that are really established have been doing it for at least 10, 15, 20 years already. It's hard to just break out overnight and sustain it if you haven't put that work in. Even if you put that work in behind closed doors and nobody saw it, but you've been working on this for your entire life, okay, that's a little bit different. But if you expect results instantly, and even if you pay to have a song go viral, you get it promoted, you get all these ads, what's next? What are you going to do to sustain that?
That's what I'm saying. You need the next. You need a plan.
Can you perform? Can you handle business?
But even performing is one thing. But you still need a plan. You need to, like, I feel like artists a lot of time, like a lot of y'all are focused just like song track after track. Like, y'all don't have necessarily a plan for 2024 in terms of, okay, look, I'm gonna drop 2 albums in 2024, this amount of singles, this amount of videos. Like, structure your shit, like, because it's important. If you just think you're just gonna be out here just like, okay, you know what, I feel like shooting a video this month, okay, cool, and then oh shit, something happened, oh damn, I can't do it, gotta wait again, bro. Consistency is key. When they say that, it's a huge fact, and especially in a city where there's so many artists. If you're not consistent with your craft, we're just gonna forget about you. Like, real talk. Especially if you're not like crazy. Like, I'm not talking about you, by the way. I'm just
no. I know.
Especially like if you're not like that focus on your craft and you don't really care about hip-hop like that, or if you're just like one of these rappers that just happy with a little hood fame they're getting because they drop a hot song and everybody in the hood know the lyrics. Like, nah, it's not enough. Like, if you really want to make it, bro, there's a lot of work you guys got to put in. And I'm talking about being in Montreal. It's even way crazier because you got to think about going out there, like outside of the city. Like, Montreal is one thing, but bro, if you want to make it, bro,
perform locally as much as you can. Get out and perform in other cities as much as possible. I don't care how you have to do it, but get out there, get on the road, experience different cities, different venues, different people. If you try to perform at the same venue every single week in the same spot, you're only going to go as far as that venue or that little crowd. You got to be out there doing that work, meeting different people, networking with different people. Why do they want to talk to you? Why do they want to follow you and listen to your music if nobody knows, if you don't go out there and tell them?
That's it.
That's how I feel.
So, okay, so let's say people don't go nowhere, man. They ain't going to no shows and stuff like that. So they don't know how Shobiz is performing. They don't know none of that. So they can't really vouch for what you're saying.
Get footage, because if we don't see it, it didn't happen.
Footage is, yeah. But I'm just talking like as a fan standpoint. Like, you know what I mean? Let's say I'm just hearing your songs and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, Feezy, I heard your interview with the man Shobiz and shit like that, but I never seen him performing. You know what I mean? And every time he's performing, I'm working. I can't go boom, because you're really focusing on performance. So yeah, that's good. But what's the other aspect that you can give a fan that's be like, yo, for real, man, I didn't see his performance shit, but there's that I know he's doing well. Don't tell me songs. I know music. You're good. You're talented. That's why you're here. If you wasn't, you wouldn't be here. So that we already know. You know what I mean? Let's get that out of the way. But is there something that really puts you apart from all these other artists? Because performance is one thing, but what really sets you apart from all of them? Because, you know what I mean? That's what we're looking for right now. We're trying to see an artist that's going to be able to bring something new to the city, something new that we're going to gravitate towards too, like something that we maybe didn't hear in the past. Like, you feel me? What really like, why would I listen to Shobiz as opposed to all these other artists that are really coming out right now?
I get people into their feelings. My music is 100% authentic. And even if I wasn't making music and I just did a bunch of interviews where I talked about my life and my stories coming up, people would be able to connect because of the authenticity and me being as genuine as I am. When I say a lot of certain things, like I come from a different background where, like, I had difficult parents, I was broke, all of this different stuff that I talk about in my music, that's real. And people can connect with that, even if they don't get a chance to come see me perform. If they get a chance to hear me talk, if they, like you said, they can feel it in the music. I'm also trying to, this year the goal is to get a little bit better with my social media so that I can connect a little bit better with the fans and the people who can't always make it to the shows, who even in 2024 might not have access to certain streaming services, but they're still on social media. I'm trying to do that a little bit more so that I can connect with the people on more of a human level.
Hey man, big shout out to you, my man. You feel me? Because I feel the dedication. I'm looking at you, I'm like, yo, my man's talking that shit, man. I want to hear more artists talking like that. Like, I can feel like you really want to make it. Like, you're really going to do what it takes to get to the next level, to make sure your shit's going to pop. And this is what you need to do as an artist, man. A lot of y'all are just rapping to rap. Like I said, y'all happy with the little hood fame y'all get and stuff like that, the little shares and likes. But it's not about that if you really an artist, and I could feel you really, really about your craft. You know what I mean? So
Respect.
I want to give you big props for that, because
Respect.
I appreciate that. Me as a hip hop lover, I like to talk to someone that like the craft as much as I do. You feel me?
Oh, I'm in love with it.
I could tell like that, real shit. If you have a song, let's say one song, man, like, yo, man, Shobiz right here, man, listen to this track right here. Which one should I play?
What song should you play
Yeah.
right now?
No, not right now. Let's say I'm talking to someone. It's like, yo, Shobiz is, man, that's my man. So, oh yeah, let me listen to some shit, man. Which song should I play? Let me know.
Molson and Labatt Blue.
And why?
Because the emotional connection and the storytelling on that particular song will have the audience captivated for sure. I had that beat built custom around the lyrics to ensure the full connection with the emotions on that record.
So what? It's like who did the beat? Montreal producer and stuff?
Unfortunately, it wasn't a Montreal producer. I have access to an overseas producer who does a lot of my main vocals and makes a lot of beats for me. I think he's the producer on 50% of the Sparks tape that I just dropped. He's on both sides. He makes emotional type beats, hip hop beats, whatever you need, he can do. His name is Chimes, and he has a studio called Heatwave Studios, and it's in a place a lot of people don't like to talk about, but it's out in Russia. And hey, my man is out there and he's doing my music and it sounds great, so it is what it is.
Hey man, you saying Russia, myself, man, I remember when I was coming up, I have a song that blew up in Russia, man. Like blew up like crazy. I'm talking like millions of views in.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. It's the least, like, you won't even expect it. It's like the song that you just make, like, and then you just wake up in the morning and you see it's just going viral.
Yo, they fuck with me over there though.
Yeah.
I did like a 10-man artist cypher out there already. I haven't been out there, but I got a video out there as well too. So like, me and him, we get busy, and it all started with him hitting me up one day being like, yo, I heard some of your stuff, I fuck with it, here's a beat, if you fuck with it, let's work. And it wasn't on like a lot of those times you get those messages being like, yo, here's a beat, if you like it, let me know. And then you hit them up and they're like, haha, $150. This guy was like, nah, the beat's yours. If you like it, let me know. We'll finish the record and we'll go from there. We'll split the royalties 50-50 and we'll go from there. And it's been 3 years now. Me and him have been working on a lot of stuff.
Shout him out, man. Give him, what's his name again, man? Shout him out.
My dude's name is Chimes, Heatwave Studio. Y'all gotta tap in. I'll put the links in my bio on my not in my bio, but in my story, so y'all can tap in with him. Like,
can I get an?
Hey man,
let's get it.
My man Shobiz, man. You already know I'm trying to hear some shit. First of all, so you know what I mean, he ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna get to a little freestyle session. But before I let you go, before we close this interview, man, is there one thing that you want Montreal to know about Shobiz in 2024? About to mute everything right now, man. Make sure they hear you right.
What's the one thing you're gonna know about Shobiz in 2024?
One thing that people need to know about Shobiz in 2024. Talk to the people, man.
I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. You're gonna see my face everywhere. I'm not stopping, I'm not slowing down, I'm just getting started. But this year I'm putting more of a focus on the marketing and the promo, just to get that little bit of an extra push that I didn't necessarily do the last couple of years as I've been coming up. But you guys are gonna see me, and I'm gonna be around. I'm everywhere. You come out to shows, you'll see me. I'm a man of the people, so even if I don't pull up as Shobiz and I pull up under the other platform, Montreal Hidden Hits, I'm in the building, I'm around, and below the tracks, we out here, baby. Let's get it.
Dog, that shit, Shobiz in the goddamn building, man. And we gonna play that war song one more time.
Let's
and
get
we'll
it.
Be back with some few bars. Let's get it, man. Montreal, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Montreal, wake up, man. It's that time. Sure, I already know what it is, man. Shobiz in the goddamn building, man. It's time to rap, Montreal. It's time to rap. Hey, yo, Shobiz, you ready?
Let's get it.
Hey, let's rap, man. Let's get it.
Nothing comes easy. Took me a little too long to get a sit down with Feezy. Pulled up to the interview without a CV. I just told them drop a beat. Sunday spitter, so you know I got them bars in me. Ballin', yeah, Ben Simmons, how you in the league? Can't play, so they coach Jeff Teague. I rip the deeds, tell the devil face to face with me. I don't care how they rate me. Study tape, they can't play me, nah. The flow's sicker than a toddler with a snotty nose. For you aim for the head, break him down with body blows. She a baddie, she can get it, then it's adios. This hits harder than Jamaicans playing dominoes. S to the H-O, Nikola Jokic when it comes to this rap shit. I'm well rounded, I'm like fuck it, hook shot, I'm getting buckets. Yeah, I put in work, no slacking. I need that cream like Chapman's. Aaron Judge, how I'm batting, said I was too humble. Now they say I'm bragging. What's really good though? Mad cause I went and got it when they told me no. This that stupid dumb flow, this that I just hit the shot when the clock hits all zeros. Far from stock, got it custom made. She fell in love with the glow of the chain. Yeah, they forgot I came up rapping this way. I've been doing this since the height of the Escalade. It's show motherfucking biz. Let's get it.
Shobiz in the goddamn building, Montreal. Wake up, wake up.